Hey, what's going on, everyone? Darkwater here, and welcome to Hollywood Animal. This is a brand new game that just rolled out where we're going to be running a Hollywood film studio. I believe it's set in the 1920s, 1930s, somewhere in that time frame. And from what I understand, it's a lot more in-depth than a lot of the other movie studio type games, so I'm curious to see how in-depth it actually is. This has actually been on my wish list for a while, and I did not get a chance to play the demo ahead of time, so we're going to be jumping in and finding out what Hollywood Animal is about for ourselves. Now, there is a message from the developers at the very beginning of this that states, Hollywood Animal covers a large part of the 20th century and portrays many features of the film industry and society as a whole, among them manifestations of discrimination, intolerance, and various forms of violence. We believe that to ignore and suppress these matters, no matter how terrible and unfair they may seem, would be to pretend they never existed. So, again, just be aware that a lot of this, given the fact that it is set in the 1920s, 1930s, these are things that were kind of prevalent in that time. So we're going to jump into a new game and see what we have with Hollywood Animal. New Year, 1929. The hedonism of the 20s gives way to the Great Depression. Feel like there should be music here, but it doesn't look like there is. The advent of talkies heralds the golden age of Hollywood and life gives way to cinema. Film companies fiercely compete for market and influence. The strong devour the weak. You purchase a bankrupt studio to build a new business on its ruins. Oh, we gotta choose our name and logo. Looks like we have a bunch of animals. Got a bunch of animals. No. Let's go with the owl. I'm kind of feeling that owl. There we go. Oh wow, there's actually enough space for that. Okay, so we got our name and logo on our movie studio. Movies are not only made by actors and directors, your film studio also employs people who quietly keep the machine running behind the scenes. What are their names? You know, we will stick with their names. That's fine. Along with the studio grounds, you received the footage from an unfinished movie. Filming was completed, but it was never edited. You need to complete the picture. What is the movie? You got Limpin' Luke, which is a Wild West movie. You've got Blind Love, which is a romantic comedy in modern town America, or The Messenger of Death, a detective thriller with a modern American city. Let's go with The Messenger of Death. I'm feeling some detective-y. So, events. Okay. Prison break. One gloomy morning. 7 Quentin bounty prisoners stunned the guard, snuck into the warehouse, and escaped in a prison hidden in a truck. Most of the fugitives were serving for theft and assault, but one of them was a true menace. Okay, thanks. We can scroll, apparently. So there's an antagonist who's apparently a serial killer. The prisoner's name is Nick Crow, but the papers called him the Courier. He brought flowers to young women and then killed them. After 5 murders, the police captured the courier on the lucky break, but they were never able to determine his motives. The maniac's first victim was his own fiancée, but the choice of the rest of the girls seemed random. The very next day after the escape, the courier had already returned to his old ways. Dressed up like a messenger, he delivered flowers to young Rita Peterson and then stabbed her to death. Bill Zeman, Rita's fiancé, returned from work that evening to find his beloved dead upon the floor as his own desperate screams echoed through the neighborhood. Oh, so we've got Nick Crow being played by Edward Peterson. Bill had little faith in the local police, so he hired a private investigator, Harry Burroughs. Harry was a young man, but he had sharp wits and a keen mind, enough to solve dozens of difficult cases and earn him a reputation of a genius. Rita and I just got engaged, Bill Zeman offered helplessly as Harry examined the crime scene. The police had already taken away the body, but the bouquet of roses still remained on the living room floor, compliments of the courier. So this was played by Joe Duvall. He's our detective apparently in this movie. Got supporting characters as well. The good old sidekick. Harry looked around the house and talked to the neighbors, but he couldn't catch a lead. He decided to contact Kathy Watts, a journalist who'd covered the Courier murders in detail. Kathy came right away carrying a hefty file. She got right to the point. After the previous murders, I talked to Crow's friends and learned about a cheap old shack he'd acquired long ago. It's past the city limits heading north. I told the police about the place when they arrested Crow 2 years ago, but they just brushed me off. They figured the case was already closed. So Kathy Watts is played by Bessie Patterson. Any other supporting characters? Is that it? Okay, that looks like it. So now we've got Search for a Killer. Harry and Kathy hit the road. Soon enough, they found the right house. It was a broken-down hut, obviously unsuitable to live in. But our heroes then saw a man in front of the house, locking the door. As Harry's car approached, the stranger took off running towards the woods. Harry drew his gun and leapt from the car, but the man was already gone. We scared him off. Let's have a look inside. With that, Harry kicked the door down. The shack was practically empty. A carved wooden box drew Harry and Kathy's attention. Inside, there were 6 diamond rings. Trophies. So, we've got 2 different themes, or that's probably an event. Rita Peterson was recently engaged, and the courier was engaged to his first victims. But what about the rest of the girls? Harry asked. Kathy flipped through the documents in her folder. Interesting, all the victims were soon getting married. Harry and Kathy trawled the recent newspapers looking for engagement announcements. 2 couples surfaced. Rita and Bill, a tragedy already familiar to us. And also, a certain Sandy Wick and her fiancé, Tom. Harry and Kathy visited Sandy, who was happy to speak of yesterday's strange visitor. Yeah, some messenger came with a bouquet of roses. No card, no note, just a bouquet. I decided it must be some kind of mistake, and I didn't take the flowers. The messenger just apologized and left. Harry immediately had a plan. He and Kathy hired a photographer and posed as an engaged couple. They made sure to capture Harry's rented yellow brick house, the only one in the area. They advertised their engagement in the newspaper's morning edition and paid extra $10 to have the photo printed beside the article. At noon the next day, there was a knock at the door. Kathy opened it. There stood Nick Crow, the courier, smiling nervously in the doorway with a bouquet of roses. This is from a secret admirer. Kathy feigned delight, took the bouquet, and ran to put it in the vase, leaving the door wide open. The courier stepped into the house and pulled out his knife, raised it, and then felt a pistol at his temple. Harry's pistol. So is that our finale? Oh, no, not yet. The courier grew wild. You don't understand. 2 years ago, I was supposed to marry my dear Rachel, when suddenly she starts receiving anonymous bouquets. I became jealous. But she just laughed and accepted all the flowers, no matter how many or how secret they might be. 1 week later, I caught her in some jerk's car. All these animals are just the same. First they say it's only flowers, and then they break your heart. They deserve to be punished. Well, the courier won't be delivering any more flowers this time. He was sentenced to the electric chair. Harry added another win to his list of cases. Kathy wrote a book about it, The Courier, and she called it The Messenger of Death. I don't know how in-depth that is going to be going forward. We're going to have to actually list out a plot line here. This is... So 7.9 is the movie's commercial appeal. Higher it is, the better it'll get with the audience. Artistic is the other one. Higher it is, the more recognition it'll get from a sophisticated audience. I don't know if I'm really going to be going for a sophisticated audience, quite frankly. Commercial and artistic appeal may change after each stage of the development. The Messenger of Death received these ratings after the script was completed. The screenwriter, Maurice Fox, loves to write detective stories thanks to his experience and talent. The investigation turned out to be a suspenseful and intriguing. The story's elements came together to form a coherent whole. Okay, so we bumped up a little bit. After pre-production, the film's ratings rose even higher. Casting famous actors is a sure way to boost commercial and artistic appeal, but other factors influence ratings, including quality scenery and modern equipment. Alright, so after the production phase, the film's commercial appeal declined. The lead actor became seriously ill, he couldn't fight, and looked too thin. However, the film's artistic appeal grew. Joe Duvall tried to make up for his lack of physique with subtlety of his acting. Production problems were reflected in the lengthening of the schedule. Unfortunately, the actor passed away after finishing his work on the film. We're like 10 minutes into the game, and all of a sudden we've got people dying on me. Ooh. We're, what, going into 1929? That's a chunk of change for a movie, I would imagine, in 1929. So this is not the final budget either. This is how the creators of the Messenger of Death imagine their potential audience. When you start shooting your own pictures, you'll identify your own audience. Was a psychological thriller with a dark atmosphere and engaging dialogue. The film's audience are men and women who are adults and prefer a serious tone with an intricate plot. Hey, look. It's our dilapidated studio we just purchased. So now it's time to send the footage to post-production. Okay, so we need to assign employees to handle editing and scoring. Studios personnel are not the most qualified, but they will grow. Okay, so we've got Emma Barry and Oliver Grant, who apparently is an alcoholic, which makes them unpredictable and even aggressive. Well, that's great. Emma, you're up. We need a composer. Louis Murphy is a racist. Well, we're going to go with Lee then. Thank you. We also need to decide who will develop the film and record the music and sound effects. Outside contractors are all ready to help with this. I assume we've got money somewhere. I don't actually see it anywhere, so let's just go with the highest we can get, because that seems to make sense. It's a little longer, but I'm looking for quality. So 37 days, 36,000. We'll see if it changes what we currently have for things. You've planned out post-production, but until you assign a department head, it won't be moving along. Okay. To hire new employees, first appoint an executive to head HR. Okay, so we've got these folks. Can I get better quality? Because holy crap, you guys are just, we've got 2 years seniority. What is the 2%? Speeds upgrades by 2% at no cost. Okay, so that's nice. So we can do upgrades as well. You're all 49. What is this? You are happiness. And you are loyalty. So you're happy, but not, well, you're kind of loyal. You're about the same as the other two. Let's go with Ava. Okay. So we need to hire a post-production head, a distribution head, and a maintenance head. So maintenance. Guess we'll hire somebody. Level 2, level 2, level 1. There's a massive price difference. Even 1 year less. What is this? This department head can use money to speed up upgrades up to a maximum of 10%. You can use influence to speed up upgrades up to a maximum of 10%. Okay. I kind of like you because of the price. I still haven't seen money yet. So let's hire you. Utility costs. Oh, we've got utility costs. Well, that's great. We're in the red. I don't know if that can ever go green. So consumed per day, consumed per month. So electric, water. Oh, I assume we could eventually get power plants and water. And then a breakdown of what the buildings use. That's great. We've got a level of landscaping is low and it's condemned. Fantastic. This is definitely the kind of movie studio I want to have. We'll stick again with level 2, Edwin or Lewis. We'll go with Lewis. So we've got cinemas. So we've got 900 of our own cinemas, it looks like. So shows per day per cinema is 5. So for all of them is 455. Shows per cinema per week, and then for all of them per week, and then monthly maintenance. So we can rent other cinemas in addition to ours, and then it looks like there's almost 1,200 independent ones. Oh, that's right. There are competitive studios that we're going to be having to go up against that are going to be trying to pilfer our people. We've got no released movies. As well as from winning the love and respect of the public, they're going to be trying to get our people. What do we have? Ooh, David Hammond, level 3. So Rachel has a very low cost here. Let's go 3. Here, David's also really loyal. Congratulations, David. Okay, post-production has begun. You can see how far along it is down here. Mod. Oh, Messenger of Death. That makes sense. Okay. So our monthly expenses for post-production. Okay. I don't know what that is. Okay, so we're at 7.5 million. So we need to build a script department. So it's not just what we currently have. We got to build stuff too. Script department, where screenwriters turn ideas into screenplays. Let's go ahead and start construction. Can I not put it here? Oh, apparently I can't. It's got to be kind of back on its own. So, how much space do we have? Okay, we can go all the way up to the corner. So what I'm kind of thinking is like scripting kind of towards the front, and then maybe all of the filming on the back lot. That's kind of where my head is. Let's just drop you here. Oh, developers. We have 7.5 mil. Let's just go top of the line. 72 days. Holy cow. Okay. Oh, it builds a little road in. You can speed up time. That's great. I wanted to look. Oh, it's got a cute little car. Apparently, we can up the landscaping. We'll go ahead and speed things along. Because you've got 28 days and 62 days. What else can we build? Anything else? No? Okay, so there's some advanced stuff as well we're looking at. Interesting. What do we have up here? After 5 weeks and a take of 234,000 at the box office, Evergreen Movies have concluded its distribution of Amnesia. Oh, so this is just kind of a ticker of news and events in the cinema. Menu. And we've got no movie in the theaters. Oh, hello. That's a lot of information. Alright, so we've got the different studios across the top, so you can sort by what films they've got going. Kind of a chart of counts right now. Currently in January of 29. Here we are. We're over here. Okay. So we will... 12 days to go. That's not too bad. 47 days. That's not great. Good old Johnny Payne, the financial exec. I got divorced a couple years ago. I figured I was out of chances until I met Glinda. Well, great. Sorry. Gilda. I apologize. I didn't know who she is. Spent all of our time together, can't get enough of each other. It's like a drug to each other. I feel guilty even mentioning it, but when she visits me at work, I can't concentrate. She enraptures me. Yesterday, I nearly made a mistake that could have cost the studio a lot of money. We don't have a lot of money right now, but please do me a favor. I can't help me fight this addiction. Let's introduce some kind of access control so she just can't walk into my office. Yes, my heart will be broken like any drug addict, but I'd hate to hurt your business and ruin my career. Yeah, let's start. No, not if you're gonna. You need to focus on your job when you're at your job. Okay, we are done. Okay, how much? 36,000, adding to everything else. Ooh, that's not good. Why did it go down? Do we know why it went down? Don't get upset. You did everything you could. Your studio has low employees and technology. Oh, okay. So we can improve technology and get better employees. Oh, there we go. You guys are getting experience now. All right. I mean, Lee's almost leveling up to level 3, so... Ooh, select a poster. I kind of like this one. I like that we gotta do posters. Okay. Release calendar displays films being shown across America for the foreseeable future. Studio's previous owners chose a release date for the film. You'll choose one for yourself in the future. Okay. What do we have? You don't just own a studio, but also 91 cinemas. You can run your films in your cinemas for free, but that's not going to reach a wide enough audience. You want to rent other theaters if you want a solid box office receipts. Studio's other owners had already arranged this and paid the rental film costs. The first week. Okay, so we're adding another 4,000 screenings. Okay. So yeah, some of the 3185 will take place in our cinemas, leaving 4,000 screenings across all the rest. Got it. Screenings and rentals are scheduled out across 4 weeks from release. Once they expire, you can extend your rental if you think the film can still make a profit. They'll start printing the films tomorrow. It'll be finished and ready for distribution in 5 weeks. They go out all at once when they're finished printing. Printing speed and cost vary by contractor. They already paid to have it done. Works for me. What is that? Typically, film begins promotions a few weeks before the premiere, so the advertising has time to gain momentum. The studio's previous owners already arranged the advertising campaign, but you'll decide that for yourself in the future, so I guess that's what that green is. Your film is being promoted by an advertising agency. It's time to tell them what their target adults. Studios owners paid for the agency for the promotion of 3 films. After that, you'll have to arrange it for yourself. Okay, so adults confirm. Well, the previous owners did quite a lot for us and still went bankrupt, so I'm concerned audience will soon be watching your first film. Well, that's good. What's up, movies? You ask me, Messenger of Death is a surefire hit. A farewell film by a young star. Story has soul, but it'll go to waste unless it's released at the right moment. Blah, blah, blah. When the old studio closed its doors, those parasites from Margins Pictures decided Messenger of Death would never see the light of day. I don't know who's been pulling the strings, but they've convinced all of the other theater owners to give them our slots. The film they're releasing instead doesn't even have a title yet. Probably something like Yesterday's Fart or Wet Armpits. The truth is on our side, we have documents, but a court battle would be long and pointless. We'll miss the moment and no compensation will cover them. Instead, I suggest we use all of our connections and influence to remind theater owners that our agreements have to be honored. Well, yes. No. We're demanding that they honor what we have. You can spend influence points to advance our interests and solve problems. Okay, well that's great. You guys are still building the scripting department. Can I rotate this? No. We've got headquarters still? No. Staff finances? I can't touch anything yet. What's up? Heading to maintenance. Good old Sydney Brewer. Construction of the script department is going according to plan so far, but there's a small snag. According to the architect's vision, a large red leaf maple should be the central decorative element. The contractors found a suitable tree on a reserve on the border between Ontario and Minnesota. They've already agreed on a price and transportation, but the inspector who issues the permit is playing coy. Said he can't say how long the paperwork will take, maybe a week, maybe a month or 2. You know as well as I do, sometimes you need to grease the gears. Let's pay the 200. Because apparently, when an issue needs to be resolved quickly and discreetly, the funds in the studio's bank can be useless. When the situation gets tricky, cash is king. Because apparently our scriptwriter's gotta have a tree. I don't really foresee I don't want this to have set us back 2 months. It seems very ornate for the scripting department. It is in 100% condition, which I'm happy about. We need a head for this department. You have... Oof. Leaning towards Alan. Less money over the same years. So no upgrade bonuses for either of them. Let's grab Alan. Ooh. Looks like we are about to write our first movie. So favorite genres, this is what our team's going to specialize in. I like me a good detective movie. like me a good thriller. Torn between action and adventure. How about action? Screenwriters remaining from the former staff. We'll just keep them as they are. Begin working on new scripts. Select the department. Department has several ideas worked up. Great. What do you got? We could do an action in a modern American city with a cop, or a fantasy kingdom with a cop. This seems a little odd, but let's stick with the that one. So that's our film content. We need to assign a writer, I assume. You're the racist. I'm probably going to fire you fairly fast. We're going to be more of a progressive movie studio, I'd like to think. Wants nothing more than to even the scales, because you're a gambler. Your favorite is detective. And good old Walter West, who's lazy. Give me Felix. You're also a 3.8. 110 days. Holy cow. Can I click on these? Yes. Okay, so we've got nothing else there. That's fine. Continue to develop your film studio is key. You can upgrade. So that's what I assume. Oh, there is an upgrade tree. No matter who's working on your script department, no one knows better what your film needs with this upgrade. You can write your own stories. Are we upgrading this? I guess so. Some improvement will take time, so it's wise to hold on to your most experienced employees. Well, obviously. So there is a 25% experience per release. There's a freelance writing. Okay, I can't upgrade two at the same time. That's fine. So, do other places? Oh, what's this? Oh, so yes, other ones do have upgradable stuff. So we might as well roll through. So mid-level legal protection. Seems like something that's probably important. We'll go ahead and upgrade that. What do you do? Oh, you kicked me over to the PR department, apparently. There is charity. You can donate to charity to earn reputation points. Or we can double reputation points for profitable films. Oh, let's go with this. HR department. There is ethnic composition. Maintain the ethnic composition of the studio staff. You can mothball buildings. So this is still early access, so some of this is still being worked on. I don't feel like I like that. Services opens a service department where you can offer your employees gifts, services, and entertainment. Oh, absolutely. I'm probably not going down the left-hand tree here. And financial department opens the option to borrow $500,000 for 1 year at 22%. 22%? I guess we should probably upgrade that. 22% and, what is this? Joe Duvall in The Messenger of Death. Oh, we get it right. Tagline. There we go. Death has a message for you. Ooh, we're releasing our first film. Okay, so that's going to be... Well, for one thing, it's paused. Oh, Kinomark gave it an A+ rating. If you released a quality film, but people aren't watching it, maybe you lured the wrong audience to the theaters. Okay. Earl McKinney says, an exciting detective story whose title mirrors the tragic fate of the film star. Could this really just be a coincidence? Look at that. Jeanette Foley wasn't thrilled with it. You might find it difficult to sit through this brutal and chilling film, but Joe Duvall's triumphant role rewards the effort. His death is a tragedy to every woman. Okay. So our distribution is leveled. Oh, everybody's just leveling up. Holy cow. Okay. I'm guessing Joe's not leveling up at all, right? Given the fact that he's dead. Okay. What is that? What is happening up here? Oh, this is the first week. Got it. Okay. Let's pause and deal with upgrades. So there's a water tower. So that gets us our own source of water. Looks like all the rest are not ready to roll. We've got a repair crew. Be able to repair buildings. Medium landscaping. That's only 400 days. And the power plant's another 1,000. You know what? Let's start with landscaping. So that takes care of you. I can't really do anything else with that. Distribution? What do we got? Theater management opens the theater management buildings for buying and selling cinemas. So we could buy other theaters. Interesting. Emergency printing as well. There's analytics and statistics. That is a ton of days. Where you gather information on the film's target audience and organize its advertising campaign. Okay. There's the printing office, so you can print duplicates of your films in 5 weeks. So this allows us to print our own in-house. And then there's marketing and outreach. 300 days, we will do this one. So we can speed this up to 10%. For 100K, let's do it. Because we've only got 2 more films that we could put out with the current advertising agreement that we have. So there is a sound studio for 300. There's twice as much experience for participating in post-production. That is a long time. There's a concert hall. There's a on-call focus group, which isn't available just yet. Then there's the film lab for developing film rights on the studio grounds. Let's go with the sound studio. And I think I also want to just crank this up. I thought we could only do 10%. Apparently we could do 20%. It's only money. Let's upgrade. So I believe that's the... Yeah, that's about all we've got. What do we have? Oh, we could build stuff. Oof. So we've got a pre-production building. So scripting, and then you go into pre-production, so... Wait, that was pre-production, yes? Pre-production? Apparently, yes. You need a lot of space, don't you? Okay, we'll go with you. Oh, I should have did the one to, be able to repair buildings. Can I squeeze? Oh, I can't. There we go. So we will build our production department. There more? Ooh, there's advanced stuff. Security? Should I be blowing through all of our money right now? I've got a feeling that answer is going to be no. Well, I'll put security, I guess, over in the corner. What else do we have in advanced? Engineering. What do you do? Oh, you make better technology. Can you fit here? No? Put engineering, I guess, down over here. And again, we'll still go top of the line. Okay. Ooh. Apparently we're writing Steel Jaw. Okay. Let's speed things up. We're still in week 1. Ooh. Oh, we just got more influence points. Oh, we are raking in the cash right now. Roy Spencer, the producer. I borrowed a little money from some people. They seemed like good guys. They had honest eyes. I'm a great judge of people. But some annoying jerk is following me around everywhere, demanding I pay off the debt. I returned the whole amount today, but I need a little time to recoup. Can you let me go for a couple months while I sort this mess out? I mean, I guess we're still like 2 months of script writing, yeah. So we might as well. Okay. First 4 weeks were successful. The film is making a lot of money at the box office. More than we're paying in rental fees. We'll make more if we extend our original planning. Okay, hold on. So this is our gross. We're renting for almost 74,000. Total screenings, audience attendance. So we only lost. We're down 10% from the prior week. I assume this is ranking for popularity. So we can extend for another 4 weeks. So that'll run us into May of 29. Meanwhile, we've got other stuff getting built. So our pre-production is ready to go. So we can handpick actors, directors, select sets, tech, and more. We need a head of pre-production. You're a little bit happier, and you're a little cheaper. We'll go ahead and grab you. So these actors remained at the studio after it changed ownership. We will stick with these guys, and I guess we'll stick with these guys. We also have directors, so we'll keep them. Oh, we've got an upgrade we can do. Technical support, that's 400. Sets up a tech office for purchasing new filming equipment and staff. There's a casting office where you can hire new actors, directors, and cinematographers. Scouting office for scouting locations, and a sets and props department. Let's get the casting office. It's only 70 days. So I think that would probably be a good place to go. Legendary Lydia Globe is back in the saddle. Nearly. Yeah, honey. You know, I know you expected me to start filming right away, but getting used to talking is taking longer than expected. What the hell happened to you? Alexa, we're close to ideal as possible. Okay, that's fine. Please, I'm begging you, really begging you, give me 3 more months off. We're not filming. Go. Oh, okay. So that is upgrade complete. So that boosts the scripting department. We can do sequels. Oh, we can't do a sequel because Joe's dead. That's right. We could develop new story elements. We'll go ahead. What else do we have? I haven't picked through all this. Story ideas last 6 months. Rolling edits. Writers are 15% faster. That might be something to do. Freelance writer's office. I don't know what that is. An additional 25% of experience. You're 100. You're 300. Give me new elements. And we will keep plugging away here as we wait on the result of the Messenger of Death, but we will get that result in the next episode. I'm going to go ahead and leave this episode here. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you guys for being here, and I look forward to seeing you guys again in Hollywood Animals soon. And as always, I hope you guys have yourselves an amazing day.